the draft is almost done. First map is gonna be Dry Arabia, French against Macedonians. Let me put that in the overlay.
French against Macedonians on Dry Arabia. So we are going to be probably expecting some type of feudal aggression. Macedonian player, we will see, but looks like fast castlage is the meta currently for them, or faster age up with the Golden Horde Tower, securing that crucial resources, and then eventually trying to get your Ridari out in the field and start some type of an aggression. In the meantime, if we are going to look at the draft, what's really, really interesting is that Ottoman went through. And that it doesn't happen every day. Usually we see Ottoman like first ban or even second ban instantly. Ottoman, one of the civilizations that pro players are always saying that it's completely broken, and pretty much in the Elite Classic we never saw it. It was always in a ban, and right now being first pick for Realt1ger, so very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen it a little bit more often in the Warchief Club, and I mean, there's a few potential reasons. One is that people don't really play it as often, and so it maybe falls a little bit out of favor because it is being banned so consistently. But then there's also other civs that are very, very strong at the moment. Golden Horde, for example, getting a ban here. And then, of course, Malians and things like Juicy's Legacy in Chinese is also very, very high on the ban list. So there's a lot of good, really, really good civs right now, and so you have to really make sure that you ban the ones that you most definitely do not want to play against. And so maybe Ottomans is less in the head of the players because of that reason. At least in the Warchief Club, not in EGC as you mentioned. There it is being consistently banned still.
What is very interesting that if you are gonna look at the map pool and the maps themselves that players pick, we have a Holy Island in, and there are pretty much only like 3 civilizations that can be constantly played over there, and it's gonna be Katie from Cosmos and from Realt1ger, or maybe HRE on or OOTD. There is even a chance for a China, but it's not that usual of the pick. We saw English being played on the Holy Island a lot, but didn't get through the draft right now. And on the other hand, we have Coastal Cliffs, which will also be interesting. Very closed map, very easily raidable, and very easy to starve your opponent out of gold. Only two small golds around your base. Then you need to go to the middle for the big one. So we will see how the players will do, and we will see what the Realt1ger can do with his picks and Cosmos with his.
Yeah, and I mean I don't know, like French against Macedonians and Dry Arabia is almost a classic at this point. I've seen it so many times in the last couple of weeks, and so that's really not a real surprise here, and I think a good, match for just to kick off the tournament here. Let me double check. Both players are in game and they have already started playing for a couple minutes, so we should be able to at least already hop in, and then we'll see how far we are along in terms of observer delay. And yeah, so the cool thing about this this week's tournament, and then like next time in August when we're gonna host Warchief Club the next time, the players actually themselves, we had some polls going on in our Discord about the maps, and the players then basically decided which of these maps they favored the most. We had a list of 30 different maps that are usually being played a lot, and so they decided which maps they want to play the next couple times. So nobody can maul about the maps being, not good, because it was all up to the players, and that's how they decided. With the exception of Dry Arabia, we always have that in, just to have a decent, standard map in. But all of the other maps have been hand-picked by the players themselves. 1 more minute for observer delay. So since it's a best of 3, double elimination, best of 3, the next possible maps would be, as you mentioned, Holy Island and Coastal Cliffs. So we're not gonna see all of these civs being played no matter what, but I don't know, I would expect Holy Island to be the map afterwards. What do you play there?
We will see.
Yeah.
We will see, definitely. Like players will decide. The problem is that if you're gonna go for the Holy Island as the next map, which is entirely possible, Cosmos will have a small issue, and that's gonna be he has only one very good Sith on the map. Like I can see Iobits being played also, but I definitely cannot see Sengoku, and I definitely cannot see Golden Horde playing on Holy. Like maybe he's gonna pull something off, but pretty much his picks are going to be KT Iobits, and for those reasons, Realt1ger will have a really nice Sith pool to pick from, and he will be deciding his specific matchup that he wants to go for. So I don't think that going Holy Island for the next map is the best play, but we will see.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about, because Sengoku is surprisingly bad on hybrid maps, on water maps. Golden Horde also not really the strongest. I mean, they don't really have anything that benefits them on water, and Iubits also isn't really. I mean, they have cheaper docks. That's definitely one good thing, but yeah, we're gonna see. For now, we have the first game coming up. We can hop right into that, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen. First game of the day here. Cosmos starting off with the French on the right side of Dry Arabia. In blue, playing the beautiful blue Realt1ger on the other side, opening with the Varangian War Camp as the first house, and playing in the light green. Almost having, I mean, you can, the Varangian Arsenal, you can put it somewhere here, and then it kind of buffs, or not buffs, but like it works with both of the mining camps here, both gold and stone, so that's really nice here on this side of the spawn. There's some kind of backwards deer pack, but if we're looking already a little bit, you know, sneak preview into the Golden Horn Tower, where do you put that even? There's a big gold vein over here, and you can kind of pull the deer pack over in, but that's already halfway across the map. That is like kind of dangerous to put it here. I'm not sure if there's like maybe a more conservative spawn over there, just taking the gold and stone. Maybe that's something you want to go for, but I don't know, we'll see. For now, what else? Dark Age Wheelbarrow for the French. Nothing too crazy.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty standard.
Yeah.
I really like the wheelbarrow build. Depending on where the deer is, you can already go on the deer immediately, but depending on the distance, maybe it's not real worth it. But starting with the wheelbarrow definitely is worth it. It delays you a little bit, but then you have a very, very strong eco. And yeah, other than that, very standard stuff so far.
Cosmos has a very nice spawn, like having deer peg in the back, also gold in the back is absolutely beautiful for him. He couldn't go for the deer peg right now because he didn't saw it, like he went with the scout completely up to the map, completely to the north at the start, so he didn't saw the deer pack. For those reasons he's probably not on it yet, but as soon as he scouts it, he will probably move some villagers, we will see. In the meantime, School of Cavalry will be the age up. So that's pretty standard for French as well. But Hippodrome is being the age up for Realt1ger and aging up with 6. This is very fast age up for the Macedonian Dynasty. Usually age up with 4 is a norm, but age up with a 6, maybe we are going to see some fast aggression here and there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like usually 4 is the standard. You can go 5 if you want to have it a little bit faster. 6 is definitely, yeah, I want to have it as fast as possible. And with the faster age up, and then with the horsemen also being produced a little bit faster, and they also move faster, I think he's kind of hoping to cut off Cosmos from gold, which right now he doesn't know where the gold is. So he doesn't know where's the deer, where's the woodland, anything. Like he doesn't know anything about the base of his opponent. So it is kind of a risky move, you know, to have all of that investment and not really knowing exactly how it's going to play out. But it does make sense. You want to push in the French as much as possible. And if you can manage that, yeah, then you can put your Golden Horn Tower somewhere aggressively, secure a lot of resources with that, because you don't run the risk of French knights finding your 12 villagers trying to build up the landmark. And so I think that's his plan, to just delay and deny his opponent as quickly as possible. And yeah, we're gonna see if that works out in his favor.
First horseman already running across the map and gonna be slowly getting to that gold vein. We are just now starting to scout the Cosmos base, but we are spotting some villagers on the berries. Gonna be poking here a little bit, but this is a lot of HP going down on the horseman, and the horseman will be dying. So our fast age up didn't really paid off, and second horseman is not in a queue yet. I don't think that this is exactly what Realt1ger wanted to go for.
Wait, are we at the same time right now? Because it seems like you're ahead of me.
How ahead am I? I'm at 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's why. I was like, how do you see the future? I mean, okay. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, I don't know, maybe you need to pause for a second, and then we can...
Yeah, just tell me your time. I'm gonna fix.
Yeah, so we're at 4:50 right now. That's weird. Okay. I mean, we're in the same group. Why do we not have the same time? That is really strange.
I had a problem with the mod, so I needed to load back in. And
oh, that is why.
Yeah, it is the technical difficulties happen every single time. Right?
Classic stuff. But yeah, so a little bit of poking. You know, just the where's that villager? Can I find that villager? Just like a little bit of damage here on that one villager. But yeah, not really paying off. And Cosmos now knows, okay, there's a tower on the gold, there's gonna be a tower on the deer pack in the back. Good job in pushing the deer in, at least. That has worked out for Realt1ger. But yeah, losing the first horseman, not really gaining a whole lot of I mean, other than pushing your opponent off berries, which French doesn't care as much anyway about. And Knight is gonna find the first charge, not the second hit, so Villager is gonna be alive, but that is already some good damage. A little bit of idle time as well.
Like, this is double investment into the towers in the early game. Also going for a wall. This looks as fast castle as it can look. I don't particularly love the position of the tower on the deer pack. I would love it a little bit more up. Right now it's positioned towards the wood line and towards the wall, like enemies are not be coming from that side. We are pressuring the gold with the French, which is also lovely to see. Not getting that gold miners to work all the time, getting some free idle time in here and there. Feels lovely. On the other side, Cosmos is investing into the horseman, which I did not really expect, but probably some problems with a gold on the queue. But yeah, right now going full onto the knights, and it looks like we are going to be seeing French feudal against fast castle Macedonian Dynasty, and all is going to be decided on the transition.
Yeah, I think Cosmos had some issues with the gold here. The house has been, you know, being destroyed or damaged quite a bit. So I guess he didn't really have a tower there at the right time, and then he went into a horseman just to do something at least. Because a lot of times it actually is, like, it seems a little bit counterproductive, but it is better often to produce some units instead of no units at all. So, you know, for example, if you don't have any gold, but you have a lot of wood, just build archers, produce some archers. It's better than not having anything, you know, for most situations at least. And so that's exactly what he did. Now he's back on gold. Now everything is fine. And yeah, with the horseman, you can actually kill the scout. So that's also a nice side effect, right? The horseman being faster than the scout, you can easily chase it down, kill it, and then your opponent has to remake a scout again.
Yep, that's true. I'm not sure if you really want to be killing hippodrome scouts, but normal scouts definitely. On another hand, we have 84 seconds till Hippodrome Ridare will come out, and that's basically our third free unit, and we are deciding that we can't go this fast castle naked because we are gonna die. Some spears are already in the queue, and I don't think that we could survive without them. So this is lovely to see. Already 7 knights will be out on the field soon, and just imagine Golden Horde Tower going up in the middle of the base and 10 knights diving it. It wouldn't go particularly well.
Yeah, and that's like one of the other reasons why you need the spearman is if you were thinking, like, let's say even if he wants to go castle now, where do you put the Golden Horn Tower? Because you can't go out on the map, you don't have map control, you don't have the units to protect your villages. Luckily for Realt1ger, there's no archers at the moment on Cosmos side, so he can definitely go for the spearmen right now, and he needs them to get back the map control and then put the Golden Horn Tower somewhere where it is beneficial for him, and not just drop it somewhere in the base on the berries. Which, ooh, there's a lot of villagers now. I think he wants to drop it. 22 villagers.
I don't think he can. He doesn't have food for it, right?
Yeah,
yeah, it's 300 food in the bank. He ran out of sheep at home, or there are a few sheep.
Almost, yeah.
But he almost ran out. And these are giant problems. The wall in the back is going to be preventing some knights circling around and getting on top of those villagers on the deer. So that's at least something, but still not ideal. And this is massive amounts of idle time. Like I don't particularly know what we are doing. One knight may be dying over here, but at the same time we are diving the gold. And I don't think this was in any shape or form a good play. This is 27 villagers worth of idle time for past 10 seconds or 15 seconds to kill one a night. There is no universe in which this was a good trade. No. On the other hand, we are diving the berry patch from the Cosmos, or berry patch. We are diving the deer pack from the Cosmos that he has in the back and killing one villager. So at least something happened while all of this idle time was happening, and we are getting some type of value out of it. But right now, Realt1ger is definitely on the back foot.
Yeah, like that. Realt1ger also just lost his Akemathra here in the front, so that was not good. And it's not only the idle time that it took him to kill the knight. Yes, that is a little bit of idle time, but it's also moving, like walking all the way over here. He doesn't have wheelbarrow at the moment, and so that really took him a lot of time to walk over there. And the thing is also, yes, Cosmos lost the knight over there, but he gained some very, very valuable insight, because he knows exactly this is the last food resort that resource and that Realt1ger has, and he knows that Realt1ger needs to drop it somewhere now. And can Cosmos find it? I think he finds the village. Oh my goodness, he finds the villagers.
He's gonna find it with the archer. This is terrible. This is how many knights diving? This is 5 knights diving and 1 is gonna be dying. We have some spearmen over here, but we are pulling the sheaves on the villagers. This is not looking well. Already a giant villager lead for the Cosmos is building up, but we are gonna be able to age up. There is a lot of spearmen and they defended, so it's fine. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Only 10 villagers behind, massive amounts of idle time of villagers walking here, not having wheelbarrow or any other economical upgrades, and at the same time the giant idle time while we were killing the knights. But after all of that, we are getting ourselves to the castle age, and we are securing 2 food sources. We are securing a boar and we are securing a deer pack. So hopefully right now we can play for some Ridari and do some counter damage.
Yeah, definitely on the back foot right now. We can also tell by looking at the collected resources. Cosmos is almost 2k ahead right now, but of course with the free crossbows, that is gonna be some value. Now he's on a deer pack, which is a very, very high value food source, of course. And so he has the age advantage, and Cosmos also did lose quite a few knights here in this attempt to, I guess, to end the game here even, by killing the villagers on the age up. But he didn't succeed. He did lose a few units, and now he's at least army-wise not as strong as he looked just a little bit ago.
Like what's interesting is that we try to go for as fast of a castlage as it is possible, like as greedy and as fast, because there are no arsenal drops on the on our mining camp, so no passive silver generation while all of this was happening. We can't really queue up a lot of upgrades for silver. We have silver just for 1, and we still don't have arsenal put down, so we can't even do that. No. On other end, we are finally starting to spam some Ridari, and hopefully we will be able to do something. 1 Ridari. I don't know why we did not take a fight against 5 villagers. Maybe a little bit of a misstep.
Maybe that is why
interesting
here in the
to
middle.
see, but yes, this is not looking great currently.
Yeah.
Another few villagers are gonna be going down, and Realt1ger is finding himself in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I mean 15 villager kills behind, 15 villagers behind, 11 villager kills to 3. That is quite difficult, and French will, of course, with the faster villager production, will just get ahead more and more. And without gold access, Realt1ger has a few Ridari in the queue, but not a whole lot. I mean, you can, if you have these numbers, you can still overpower the Ridari if you need to, and just make sure that your opponent's never gonna make it to go back to gold. We even have French Spearmen, which is a very, very rare sight, right? I mean, how often do you see French Spearmen, you know? Like, not often.
Exactly, French Spearman, more of like cardinal sin that happens only from time to time. But Realt1ger gets to the gold in the bottom of the map, so that's at least interesting. We are gonna be diving the main TC, but there's nothing to dive. And interesting is that there is nothing to defend. Like, we can't garrison anything inside of the town center, and we can't even fire properly against these knights. We are just running away with the villagers and hoping to get them to the Golden Horde Tower. Not looking particularly well for Realt1ger currently, and Cosmos just staying in the field ledge, applying more and more pressure, and it looks like more and more dire for Realt1ger.
Yeah, I mean, going castle for Cosmos now definitely would be a mistake, because it gives his opponent so much time to get back into the game. If he just doubles down on the feudal age army, he has so many archers, that means that the crossbows will never be relevant, the spearmen will never be relevant, and the few Ridari that Realt1ger can get, he's floating a lot of food right now. His issue is gold, which now will be alleviated a little bit. The few Ridari don't matter if you have 12 knights against you. You can still take them down, and with chivalry you can just heal them back up again. It takes a little bit of time, but you can do it. So definitely stay in feudal age, just try to end the game, and we're getting more and more ahead. 50, it's still 15 villagers only difference here right now, but why is that, by the way? Do we have like idle time here? Let's see. A little bit. Yeah, doesn't matter, not much.
Like, while all of this was happening, we were raiding with 2 Ridari inside of the Cosmos' base, so that was at least something. We got some idle time going, and we got something to pay off. We killed few villagers, but not really that much, or not really that many. On another hand, Cosmos sticking to his feudal age, and if he just decides that he wants to torch down the TC, he can, and that's exactly what he will be doing. Just right-clicking the town center, and currently it looks like we are gonna be torching it down. There's nothing to defend the main TC over here. Only two Ridari running around, but they will not be able to literally do anything against 9 spearmen and another 10 knights out on the field. Main TC will be going down, and after that I guess we are gonna go for either Hippodrome or straight up to the houses, because that's the most damage in my opinion that we can do. Not looking good for the Realt1ger currently. We will be losing the main town center. We are gonna be losing all of our production. We need to rebuild everything. Our Golden Horde Tower, sure, it's protecting 2 food sources, boar and the deer camp, but that's about it. When those run out, I don't know where we go.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, I mean, this is a lot of eco damage that you can do by burning all these houses. Not only will Realt1ger have an issue with the houses, the rank and strongholds also cost 200 wood per building, so that is a lot of wood that Realt1ger doesn't have at the moment. So he would have to shift back on wood, but he doesn't. I mean, he does have a lot of camp here. That's good. So yeah, Cosmos in a very, very good position also in terms of eco upgrades. He has a few more, or he has some, and Realt1ger hasn't gotten any at the moment. So the town center is gonna stay alive for now. Are we going in Rams? No, we're not going in Rams at the moment. Okay.
Town center is staying alive, but I don't really understand the reasoning why. We were getting raided behind all of this by few Ridari. but we are not really pulling back all of our army to defend, which would definitely be a mistake. And we are not finishing the town center that's on 3,300 HP. We definitely can try to do so. In the meantime, we are raiding with few knights in the bottom of the map. We are putting Realt1ger out of the gold and killing yet more and more villagers. Just look at the will difference. It's 20 villagers currently, and this is French town center. It's only gonna be worse and worse. The engagement that we are taking right now with Redari is absolutely catastrophical. We are losing 3 of them, or we are losing 2 of them, not looking well, and I don't see the universe in which Cosmos will lose this game.
Well, I mean, his army is 3 times as high, like the army value is 3 times as high as Realt1ger, so as long as he can keep the army value down and low, he can technically just stop producing stuff for a minute, and then he can go Castle Age if he wants to, get the upgrades and seal the deal. He's going Rams now though, so he kind of does respect all of the firing power that you can have from the garrison units here. So just going for a ram to be safe. And I mean, at some point you probably want to have the ram as well if you want to go up against the Golden Horn Tower, because it is quite annoying and quite painful to deal with that straight up.
The issue that Realt1ger will be having is that before we dive this TC, or like 2 minutes that we dive this TC ago, there wasn't really that much eco damage that was being done. Like, we idled 4 or 5 villagers inside of the town center, but right now, because most of the resources around the Golden Horn Tower were being depleted, we need to go back to our second best option, and that's gonna be around the town center. And right now there is a lot more villagers to be killed and a lot more villagers to be idled. And there is just not enough army to defend it over here. Like, sure, we have 9 crossbows, but the 23 archers are going to be making short work of that. At the same time, town center, I don't think it's going to be surviving for much longer. We must pull out the villagers and try to kill try to kill the rams, but I don't think that's going to be happening. And the TC will be going down. Archers are going to be killing all the crossbows. Knights are going to be dealing with all of the Redari. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that we are staying in this game for too much longer.
Yeah, I mean, especially now that the TC is gone, you don't have anything attacking you. We don't have the stronghold defensive arrow slits yet, and so he can just burn down everything. And yeah, with that, Realt1ger is tapping out. He did hold on for a lot longer than I expected, so that was a good attempt on his part. You know, he really made Cosmos work for it, but the will difference overall was just too massive. Then of course the military count was night and day, and then yeah, the eco was just overall a little bit in shambles for the Macedonians. So a good day for French, not so good for Macedonians. Okay, yeah, let me update the score here. So Cosmos winning the first one. We should already be in the second game. So let's see what that is about. Sengoku against HRE. Okay, so it can't be. It really can't be Holy Island, can it? I mean, HRE is really good on Holy Island, so maybe.
HRE is good, yeah.
But like Sengoku
HRE is playable, but Sengoku is very weird pick if that's gonna be played on Holy Island.
Yeah, so I'm kind of guessing it should be Coastal Cliff. So we're gonna figure out what that is. I don't see it in chat for them. So yeah. Just I'm gonna send you an invite, and then we'll hop into the next one. Let's see if that is already online. There you go. And it is Coastal Cliffs. Okay. Whew. I was worried for a second, because if it would be Holy Island, I would say that's almost an auto lose for Sengoku, right? I mean, against HRE. I don't know. It would have been fun to see. It would have been fun to see.
It would be fun to see, but I don't think how can Sengoku pull off the early economy with the Yatai and with the Matsuri, and also getting all of the fishing going and slowly rolling. Like in theory, if you get it up, you have a massive economy. In practice, you don't have enough resources to get it up.
Yeah.
Just getting yatai themselves up is equivalent of getting one dock plus plus few fishing ships already out. So you really don't have the early economy to support all of this boom that would happen with the Sengoku. That's why Sengoku usually needs to choose, and then it drags, and from that point on, it's not really a good game plan for them. If you delay your Yata, your Matsuri is not getting the bonus as fast as it is, as fast as you would like it. So you are not getting the bonus on the villagers, and it just piles up, and it's just one big mess of a game.
Yeah. I mean, if it would be, for example, if it would be Frisian Marshes, I can see Sengoku being played because the docks on on Frisian Marshes aren't as valuable. But on a map like Holy Island or Baltic or Four Lakes or whatever, like I don't see Sengoku being in a good spot at all. So I'm happy it's Coastal Cliffs. There's water there too, but it's not accessible, so it doesn't matter. It's just for visuals basically. So good that we don't have to worry too much about that. Instead, it is gonna be on Coastal Cliffs, and we're about ready to hop into that second game. I hope this time you're in game with me as well. So we'll put that in here, and I also need to switch the score in game so everything looks fine. Second game, Cosmos playing Sengoku Daimyo in blue on the right side. Of course, already starting with the Matsuri. And on the other side, Realt1ger with the Holy Roman Empire. And
boar spawns are in the middle of the map, so not something that Cosmos was probably hoping for, but still playable. On the other hand, the deer packs are on the completely opposite sides from each other, so at least that's relatively good. If one Yata is gonna be being pressured, you can immediately go to the second one.
Yeah.
And it looks like we are going to be going for the early Yatai opening. Question is how many. We saw some pro players going for only 2 Yatai and then going for a little bit faster age-up. Other ones committing to 3 Yatai. Well, it depends on the preferences. It depends on what you do want to do in the matchup. But I think against Holy Roman Empire, we are gonna see 3 Yatais out because HRE doesn't really have the very great early aggression options. They are not aging up with the military landmark. They need to build production, and after that they need to commit to units that are not the knights. Fortunately for Cosmos, if we would be playing against something like a French, this Yatai would have a very hard time staying alive in the feudal age.
Yeah, absolutely. One real interesting thing here. I was a little bit worried, or like not worried, but like I was wondering what Realt1ger was doing because he only had one villager on gold, and so didn't do like what people more often do, like the 4-3 split and then just rallying to sheep. But instead he went on the boar immediately, which is really nice. Of course, with the prelate you can heal the villagers up. The prelate still got some damage. I'm not sure if there's like a wolf or something in between, but he, for some reason...
Yeah, that could have been wolf, or maybe he tanked the boar with it.
Oh,
I don't think that was a nice play because you can't heal it, but but could have been a small mistake. Doesn't really matter that much, only 15 HP. What is very interesting that we are going to be vacuuming this boar up already at 1,800 foot. It's going down very, very fast, and probably gonna be vacuumed up by the time we reach feudal age from Mr. Cosmos. But Cosmos responding immediately with the Dark Age barracks, and we will be going for some type of a spearman aggression. We don't really see Dark Age spearmen against HRE that much. Remember, Prelate is just such a giant advantage in a Dark Age. Being able to heal your units is such a ginormous advantage. So I don't feel like these spears are gonna do that much damage. Villagers can definitely kill them, and the villagers will not die if microed properly. But the one thing that these spears will try to do is to kill the prelate. If the prelate dies, then the villagers can stay over here. If prelate will survive, villagers can stay, and that's exactly what we are gonna be doing. This is gonna be a micro just for the prelate kill. I don't think that we can even hope to kill the villagers. Like, we can just ignore it and heal them up.
Yeah, you need a handful of villagers to a handful of spearmen to kill the villagers, and to outdo the healing of the prelate. So I don't think that's. I mean, he's still doing that, but it's. I don't know. Like, it's not. I mean, it's a little bit of damage. I don't know. Like, the more spearmen you get, the more it may be successful.
Like, yes,
but
certainly. The issue is that this is starting to be a lot of idle time, which is something. So that's like relatively good, but that's not that big of a deal. What's way bigger is commitment to 7 spearmen in the Dark Age already. Like, this is giant. We are not getting up to the feudal age anytime soon. In the meantime, Realt1ger has already resources to the castle age in terms of food. Like, 800 food in the bank is a little bit comical. So this may be a small macro mismanagement. We are going to be engaging the spearmen. One villager looks like will go down. One villager is dead, and now this is all worth it. One villager died. 6 or 7 spearmen being committed doesn't matter. It's very well worth it. Looks like second village is going to be down as well, and currently it's looking like a disaster for Realt1ger. Micro was not on point, and these villagers, I don't even think they are going to be getting this tower up. Another villager is being heavily pressured. Finally, it looks like, and it's going down as well. Finally, it looks like that we are gonna be getting at least one villager kill, and we are pulling yet more bills. This over here is pure comical. We can see how this is 13 villagers being pulled forward on one boar, and 2 of them already dying. This is catastrophical for Realt1ger. Another villager kill. Yeah, it's not looking well. It's not looking well.
oh my goodness, what are we seeing here? That is crazy. I mean, the thing is, I wasn't. that looks so funny. That one spearman just laying down here. I wasn't too worried about Realt1ger floating a lot of food. I had a game the other day where it was 2v2 and I was playing against KT as French, and they were also Dark Age rushing me on Himiyama, and so I just pulled a lot of villagers on the gold. I killed any spearmen that came in, and I just got like 600 gold, and then I pulled off gold. So like it can, in certain situations, it's not the worst thing, because now you just want to have the food and then you move back. So that is fine. But yeah, losing 5 villagers in this Dark Age skerfuffle here is, and like, by the way, the prelate also like half health, so that is not really he's in danger to die. All the villagers here, we're heading to Naginata Samurai now, while aging up to the rear card with 6 villagers. That is so fun, so funny to me.
Commitment for a second barracks, so it looks like we are gonna be seeing a lot of samurai entering the field. We want to dive those towers. In the meantime, we are aging up with the main work. 1 villager age up, so it looks like we want to go for the fast castle, and I don't think we can go for Regnets. Like, this needs to be Burgrave. If we go for Regnets over here, we are not getting a single relic. Maybe we will be able to get 1. But we lost so much economy, so much idle time, that we need to try to play for some type of all-in or some type of aggression. So in my opinion, it's clearly gonna be a Burgrave, but we must wait and see what Realt1ger wants to play for. In the meantime, we made second prelate for the Realt1ger to have him inspired all the villagers on the gold. So we are gonna be getting our resources for the castle age soon. We are nearly up there, only 200 gold remaining. In the meantime, we are gonna be diving the front and killing yet another villager, or no? Another villager is gonna be dying. Another 2 villagers sitting on 10 and 11 HP. Prelate gonna be dying as well. These are very precious skills that are that are going to Cosmos ways, it's not looking good for the Realt1ger currently. Sure, the tower is standing. Sure, we technically can go back on the berries, but another villager kill, and we are already 8 villagers up, and that's not even counting the Yatai. Like, Yatai themselves are another 3 or 4 villagers worth of food income. This is catastrophical.
Yeah, this is just absolutely devastating for Realt1ger here. Losing so many villagers, investing so. Oh my god! Now even these villagers, at least this one is going down. This one probably as well. So that it might be like 10 villagers. I was trying to split them up a little bit here, but that's not gonna be enough. There's still gonna be that kill at least, maybe even that one as well. I mean, that is just insane. And yeah, we see the Burgrave. I'm happy. So Realt1ger, he did pull a few more villagers to the mine work. Now he's going up with the Burgrave. He knows that if he's going, I mean, Ragnar's would be a death sentence, because yeah, he's not getting relics, and even if he gets the relics, it doesn't matter because he doesn't have any more food income outside of the sheep, and then he's just gonna get overrun by samurai. So yeah.
Yeah, this is not looking good. And in my opinion, Cosmos, if he really wants to, he can just rally under his town center, not even to try to kill Realt1ger, but just to delay the Burgrave, get yourself up to the castle yourself, and chill. Like, he can't do anything about it. Samurai have so much ranged armor that these TCs and towers will take so long trying to kill them that they would bot us at least 1 or 2 minutes worth of time, and by that point we are up to the castle ourselves. But right now we have Burgrave, we aged up, and we have 100 food in the bank.
Yeah, so first man-at-arm coming out, but yeah, you also do need the upgrade, so that's one thing that he needs to get next. Hopefully, we have emergency repairs, of course, but we can just ignore that for a little bit, and then we get back to that. And all that idle time, 11 villagers behind, lost the prelate, even like I don't know, like this is pretty rough. We are getting the relics at least. What is that? That's a scout, okay. So slowly getting the relics, at least something.
We are getting few relics home, but that's not our problem. Our problem is idle time. Like, we have so little villagers that we can't afford a single second worth of idle time, because every single second that villagers are not working, we cannot pump out any man-at-arms. And as you can see, we literally made 1 man-at-arm, and that's it. We made 1. Yeah. We made 1 man-at-arm, and from that point on, we can't make anything else. Like, it's not looking great.
Yeah, I mean, men-at-arms are cheaper now, but they're not that cheap. You still can, yeah, there's 2 more in queue now, but it's still, again, it's still not even the men-at-arms, the elite men-at-arms, not the veteran men-at-arms. So the castle age men-at-arms, we still don't have that upgrade. We don't have a tower yet to put the relic in even, so doesn't really do us any good right now. And it's just, that's a solid army here from Cosmos. The one thing that I do not like about what Cosmos was doing is that he put the ryokan so far behind his base that it doesn't benefit any of his units. They don't have the ryokan bonus. Like, that's the one thing that I wish he would have done differently. Other than that, I cannot find many flaws in this game. Really nice aggression here. Seeing the situation, doubling down on the Dark Age, seeing where he can do the damage. And he was really successful in doing so. So really nice job here by Cosmos.
Mainly the recognition that we can go for the early spearman play and that it will pay off was for me very interesting, because it was a bold move.
It was.
If the early spearman wouldn't do the damage, and if Realt1ger would be able to get the tower up in time, we are just throwing away resources, and at that point we are giving away free Burgrave or free fast castle, and not that much we can do. So it was a little bit of an all-in-ish play in terms of in terms of the timing that we would give our opponent if it wouldn't work out. But fortunately for him, the micro was on point, the tower wasn't there, and he managed to pick out some wheels, and from that point on, it was smooth sailing.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is also, even if you throw away a few spearmen and you only delay your opponent delay your opponent a little bit, you still have the yatai that work in your favor. So even like all things considered, it was like, just if you're looking at the resources here, HIE is on board with the prelate buffing the villagers, and Sengoku is still kind of on the same playing field, right? So yeah, I think that if you want to do something like that as HIE, and I really like the idea of Realt1ger, I think you need to just camp your scout at your opponent's base. Scout if he is going for Dark Age barracks, and if so, you need to have spearmen immediately on the field as well. Because if you have spearmen, your opponent has spearmen, but you have the prelate, you're usually fine. But no defense at all. That was the downfall here for him. So really nice play here by Cosmos. Unfortunately, a Realt1ger not winning this one. So best of 3, 2-0 for Cosmos.